Hi, Scorpio. How are you guys feeling? With Mercury retrograde Mercury going retrograde in your sign. I hope that's going to be an interesting one for you, and hopefully one where you feel much more integrated in terms of how you communicate. So below is your general tarot reading for October for your sun or rising or moon or Mercury or Venus, but I would prefer for you to read for your sun or rising or your moon if you were born at night. Okay, let's start. So right now, similarly to Libra, but also not really, you guys are very much focused on your money. You guys are also focused on your reality because we've got a couple of like pentacle cards here, but let me get to it accordingly. So we have strength here. So you guys are learning more about self-control at this point. Maybe you guys have been indulging at one point, or you guys have just not been able to hold yourself back from, I don't know, maybe saying some hurtful shit, or taking revenge, because Scorpios can be very petty. I feel like right now you're being asked to work on these things. There is a huge need for discipline, self-discipline, and how to know what you feel like. How do you know like what aspects do you need to work on? Is like, how do I say this? Your most destructive parts of your personality. If you know that you tend to be really rude when you're pissed, or whenever you tend to be very stubborn, those things that your flaws, or at least what you consider to be your undesirable traits, you're being asked to examine that right now. Because if you don't, it feels like you're going to be thrown so much more challenges in that sort of force you to control it. So it feels like now is before like bullshit gets thrown your way, it's best to sort of just work with these issues and integrate and improve. So we have the King of Pentacles. So it shows that you guys are very much in tune with your reality. You guys are really, really aware of what's going on around you. You guys, it also feels like you guys are a bit more focused on the external. That's why this card is also coming up, because whatever is going on with you here is more of an internal kind of thing, right? So the King of Pentacles also shows that you guys are actually mastering how you just interact with reality. Like, it feels that you guys have no need to escape. There's no need to sort of run away. You guys are finally understanding the inner workings of abundance, and in turn that's only going to create more security for yourself. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you guys are patiently waiting for something. I don't actually pick up any impatience. You guys are well aware that something is very much on your way, and I feel like you guys have actually been more trusting of the process. Maybe you guys have been receiving updates, or gradual downloads or whatever, but you guys are definitely waiting for something. If there is something that you guys are manifesting, this is your sign that you are going to get it, although it's not immediately. It's gonna take its time. Probably when you work on this. So the next card I have is the Knight of Wands. You guys it feels like you guys are a little confused about what you're into. This could also be a sexual thing. Maybe you guys are trying to figure out sexual aspects of yourself. Or if that's not the case, you guys are just trying to figure out what really drives you, what moves you, what motivates you, because fire is related to drive. And Scorpio is ruled by Mars, which is currently retrograde in Aries. So before taking action, very much in tune with the retrograde, you guys are kind of being asked to just ask yourself, what is it that you really want? Because it kind of feels like from time to time you guys move around and, in search of figuring out what you guys are really into, and it kind of feels like from time to time you're not actually getting anywhere. So the next card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, in contrast to the King, it's like, yes, you guys are in tune with abundance so much more, and you guys are more in control of your reality. But it also feels that you guys are also really able to let go. And when it comes to being in control, there is also this side of you that you guys are learning to also let go of control and sort of let things happen on their own without you having to get involved, because you're that trusting of your reality today. Like, you're that trusting of understanding things are going to be fine, things are going to turn out, because you can very much see the security, or you can feel the security. And much like the 10 of Cups, you guys are actually at a point where you guys are emotionally content. And if that's not the case, it feels that you guys are closing out a cycle of emotions, maybe old emotions that could be some release. But at the end of the release, you guys are going to feel so much better, and there's going to be a new way of just learning how to interact with your feelings. Probably you guys are finally understanding the power of your emotions. Maybe you guys are just finally seeing that actually having to feel a lot or having to feel so intensely is not really a bad thing, and you're finally working with it instead of always trying to fight against it. So we have Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, there's this, you guys are kind of juggling between, for me, when I see the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you guys are juggling in between the King and the Queen of Pentacles. It's like one part of you is doing your best to be responsible, but the other part of you is also doing your best to be really receptive. So, it's not so much about balancing stuff out right now, but, it's understanding that there's always going to be this ebb and flow. And you guys are finding out, you guys are actually very much winging it. Like, you're seeing that which which part of your reality needs your attention right now, and then you kind of pay the appropriate amount of energy to it. And then at some point there's something else that you need to pay attention to, and you're like, okay, cool, pause, I'm gonna go to that. So you're kind of doing that. And it can also kind of tie into the Knight of Wands. And how do I say this? You can feel that you guys are not heading anywhere, or you can feel that this movement, this back and forth movement, it can feel like a kind of stagnation, but it's really not. You guys really need to understand that there is progress. There is so much progress. Yeah. The next card we have is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, there's a lot of kings here. So you guys are really actually mastering at least you're learning to master your communication skills. Or you are finally understanding how important it is to be an effective communicator. Probably, it can be in line with the Strength card about what you guys need to work on. And The King of Swords is very much also detached at the same time and also objective. So you guys are also knowing when to not react to things from a place of emotion. And the whole logic part of yourself is definitely being cultivated and it's really being worked on. So that's really fantastic. Yeah, so Eight of Cups kind of comes back. It's kind of reinforced by the Ten of Cups with that whole emotional release. Continue to walk away from things that aren't bringing you joy. Although with Mars retrograde in Aries, you guys are sort of it's recommended that you guys really sort of sit down with yourself and consider all sides of the situation, very much like the King of Swords. We are in Libra season, right? So you guys are sort of being asked to sort of put all your shit in front of you in a way and really learn to seize the situation for what it is and then make a decision. Because it feels like these situations have been happening for a very long time and maybe you guys have not found the bravery to let it go, but this is the time. However, if this is a situation which is kind of new and you're considering letting go, you're being asked to sort of put more thought into it and find a proper way to do a power part and walk away properly, like no ghosting and none of that shit. All right. The outcome card we have is Ace of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. I guess after all this wandering around and trying to figure out what you into, what drives you, at some point once you really start to work on this, you're gonna figure out what is it that truly makes your heart sing, what truly drives you, what truly feeds your soul's purpose. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So the next card that I'm going to pull out are the oracle cards. This is the Work Your Light oracle deck. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So, I feel like it kind of ties into the 8 and 10 of Cups. This could be a thing. This could be like a, this could be like bad habits that you guys are trying to break. This could be, just, karmic relationships and all of that. Or, could just be people, could just be ways of interacting with your emotions. Just release. Whatever that is trying to exit your life, just allow it. Scorpio is a fixed sign, so you guys may not do as well with letting go, although that doesn't apply to everyone. But just gracefully just let stuff go. Yeah. So this is the Moonology deck, the Oracle deck, and it says the energy is gaining momentum. So I feel like this kind of ties into the Ace of Wands, It can also mean that you guys are just going to have an influx of energy in terms of just going to achieve what you want to achieve. And you guys might find yourself to be so much more driven. So keep it up. Yeah. So if you resonated with this video, comment, like, subscribe, or you can book a reading with me where I go into these things in so much more detail. So yeah, thank you for watching and take care.